What if your own handwriting knew things before you did? Not a diary that remembers the past, a diary that already knows what's coming next. At first, it feels like a gift, small thing, harmless thing, and then one page at a time, it stops feeling like a gift at all. This is a story of a May Whitefield, a girl who thought he had found a way to see the future. She hasn't. She had found a way to see herself. Maya had kept a diary since she was 12. Nothing dramatic, just the ordinary stuff crushes, argument, a running list of songs she liked that week. The kind of diary most people forget about by 16. She was 17 now, a junior in high school, and the diary sat in the same drawer it always had. One Sunday night, bored and half asleep, she pulled it out again, flipped to a blank page to write about her day. Except the page wasn't blank. There was already an entry there in her own handwriting, dated the next. Tomorrow Miss Alvarez will cancel the pop quiz. She will say her kid is sick. Maya stared at it for a long moment, genuinely confused. She didn't remember writing that. She flipped back a few pages, wondering if she had somehow lost track of the date. Nothing else was out of order, just this one entry sitting there, waiting for the day that wasn't happened yet. She closed the diary and told her she must have written it half asleep one night and forget. It happens, people do weird things when they are tired. She didn't think about it again until the next morning, when Mr. Alvarez walked in and said, almost word for word, that the quiz was cancelled because her son was running a fever. Maya told herself it was a coincidence. Teacher cancelled quizzes all the time. It didn't mean anything. But that night, she opened the diary again anyway, just to check. There was a new entry, dated 2 days ahead this time. Zoe will get into a fight with her boyfriend at lunch on Thursday. She will cry in the bathroom and Maya will be the one who finds her. Maya read it 3 times. This wasn't a guess about a quiz. This was specific, a person, a place, an emotion. She almost texted Zoe right then to warn her, then stopped herself feeling stupid. What would she even say? Hey, my diary say you are going to cry in the bathroom on Thursday. Thursday came. Zoe's boyfriend showed up at lunch in the mood nobody could explain. Said something cutting and stormed off. Maya found Zoe crying in the third stall of a girl's bathroom, exactly like the entry said. Zoe assumed Maya had just came looking for her, the way friends do. Maya didn't tell her the truth. She wasn't sure she believed the truth herself yet. That night, she sat on her bed with the diary in her lap, flashlight in hand, and admitted to herself that this was not something she was imagining. Over the next 2 weeks, the entry kept coming, always a day or two ahead, always in her own handwriting, in a tone that sounded exactly like her, a little sarcastic, a little detailed. Definitely hers. Some entries were small. Dad will burn the toast again and blame the toaster. Some were a little more personal. Zoe will ask if Maya likes Daniel. Maya will lie and say no. Maya started keeping the diary with her at all the time. She had checking it obviously. First thing in the morning, during passing periods, right before bed, she began treating the entries less like predictions and more like instruction, like the day had already been written, and all she had to do was walk through it. She told Zoe, eventually half expecting to get laughed at. Zoe didn't laugh. She just went quiet for a second and then asked to see it herself. They both agreed not to tell anyone else. It felt private. It felt in a strange way exciting, like they had stumbled onto something the rest of the world didn't know was possible. But Maya noticed something she didn't say out loud. The entries were getting longer and they were starting to sound less like observation and more like warnings. On a Tuesday night, Maya opened the diary and found the longest entry yet, 3 full pages, dated for a coming Friday. Zoe will get in the car with Daniel after the game, even though he has been drinking. Maya will try to stop her, Zoe won't listen. Something will happen on a back road by the reservoir. Maya won't be able to explain later how she knew. Maya read it standing up, then sitting down, then standing up again. Her hands were shaking by the third read. She called Zoe immediately, breaking their unspoken rule, and read the entry out loud over the phone. Zoe went quiet on the other hand. Maya, she finally said, you are scaring me a little. I am scaring myself, Maya admitted. They agreed. Zoe would just skip the game Friday. Simple, easy. If she wasn't there, none of it could happen. Maya clung to the plan like a lifeline for the rest of the week, checking the diary every night, half expecting the entry to change, to soften, to say something different. It never did. The same 3 pages, the same warning, night after night, word for word. Friday night, Maya couldn't sit still. She kept checking her phone, waiting for Zoe to text that she was home safe. Around 10, a text finally came through. One line, no explanation. I am at the game. Everyone was going. I will be careful. I promise. Maya's stomach dropped. She grabbed her mom's car keys before she had even fully decided what she was doing and drove towards the school. The diary sitting open on a passenger seat, that same paragraph staring at her the whole way. She got there just in time to see Daniel's car pulling out of the parking lot. Zoe laughing in the passenger seat, both of them clearly not sober enough for this to be a good idea. Maya chased after the car on foot for half a block, screaming Zoe's name before giving up, breathless, watching the tail light disappearing toward the reservoir road. She sat down right there on a curb, and that's when it hit her. Not a supernatural realization, but a quiet, sinking human one. She thought back to the morning she had woken up with the diary already open beside her bed, pen still in her hand, no memories of picking it up. She thought about the night she couldn't fully account for, falling asleep at her desk, waking up in her bed with no memories of walking there. She thought about the fact that every single entry had been written in her own hand, in her own voice, worrying about the exact thing she was already quite afraid of. She wasn't seeing the future, she was sleepwalking through her own anxiety, writing down every fear she couldn't let herself feel while awake, and then, without meaning to, nudging the words toward the very outcome she dreaded. A warning about Zoe and Daniel wasn't a prophecy. It was Maya's own gut feeling about a boy she never trusted, one she had been too polite to say out loud, until her sleeping mind said it for her, and her waking self spent 2 weeks treating that fear as a fact instead of feeling she could have acted on immediately. Headlights turned onto the road behind her. Zoe's mother's car pulling up fast, Zoe already crying before she was even out of the passenger seat. Shaken but safe, a close call on a reservoir road. Nothing more this time. Maya sat with her on a curb, both of them shaking, and didn't say a word about the diary. She already knew somehow that she wasn't going to open it again tonight. She didn't need to. She already knew what it would say. She had known the whole time. Some people believe they can see the future. Maya just knew herself better than she was willing to admit. And the worst part, every warning was real. She just wrote it down instead of saying it out loud until it was almost too late to matter.